to struggle away from Coors.
Yeah, and it's really kind of surprising to me because this is a club that, a couple of years ago we're in the playoffs. Guys like Tulowitzki and Helton and Atkins, veteran guys who, kind of understand that there's a difference between the two. And it just really kind of just boils down to, going up to the plate and doing the things that you always do, whether you're at home or on the road. So to me, it's kind of surprising that they're struggling offensively on the road.
The Rockies did take 2 of 3 from the Padres in the series last week in Colorado. Now, for the Padres' standpoint, they do have Adrian Gonzalez, and I love to hear you talk about Adrian because you always say he is just scratching the surface.
Well, I believe he is. I mean, these numbers right here, being on base 25 consecutive games, if he just stays within himself, this is one of those streaks that could go on for 75, 80, 100 games. I mean, they're going to be careful when they pitch to him. He's going to get his share of walks, but he's a good enough hitter where, this thing could go for a while. So I hope I didn't jinx him by talking about it tonight, but here's a guy who could go 75, 80 games with that streak.
Our pitching matchup tonight for the Rockies, it's a left-hander, Jorge De La Rosa, who's pitched well in his last 3 starts, but is still looking for his first win of the season. He picked up a no decision his last time out, which was against the Padres last Tuesday in Denver, giving up 2 runs on 3 hits in 6 innings. It's Kevin Correa for San Diego, who was allowed 3 or fewer runs in each of his first 4 starts, but like De La Rosa, is searching for win number 1. The starting lineups and first pitch from Petco Park are straight ahead. Against the Rockies and then 2 against the Diamondbacks in game 1 here against Colorado tonight. And let's take a look at the starting lineup for Clint Hurdle's Rockies on this Monday night. Dexter Fowler, the center fielder, leads off, followed by Spilborghs. Todd Helton comes in having hit safely in 6 consecutive games. The cleanup hitter is third baseman Garrett Atkins, then Brad Hopp. Troy Tulowitzki, Chris Ionnet is the catcher with Clint Barmas playing second base, and the pitcher Jorge De La Rosa batting ninth. And on the mound for San Diego, it's a right-hander, Kevin Correa.
You see those numbers, 0-2, ERA of 4.71, and you know, for most starters, same with Kevin. It's going to be about throwing strikes. That's really what it boils down to. When he can work ahead in the count, he's had success. When he's gotten behind in the count, he's walked a few and had some trouble.
Dexter Fowler leading off, and we are underway. The first pitch up high for ball one. Rookie Fowler with that .278 batting average. And leading the National League with 9 steals. And, of course, 5 of those came in one game against the Padres in Colorado with 5 steals in the first 4 innings of a game.
And Fowler was out early today. You saw Clint Hurdle take an extra BP, working the ball around. See Correa challenge him up the ladder, and Fowler is a tall guy. He's 6'4". Switch hitter, and today he was working the ball around the field, working on some things. Don Baylor had him moving the ball around.
Check swing, strike 3. And that's the way the game begins. Fowler strikes out. Here's the San Diego defense. They're strong, and then there's Army strong. Find out more at GoArmy.com. Headley, Hairston, and Giles in the outfield. Cruz, Rodriguez, Eckstein, and Adrian Gonzalez on the infield. And Henry Blanco has gone down 4 of 10 attempting to steal this season. Got to keep that in mind with the likes of Fowler, who's kept off the bases this time. Spilborghs can run a bit himself. He has 4 thefts on the year, and he takes ball 1.
Spilborghs I've always liked. He's a guy that was the 4th outfielder the last couple of years with the Rockies.
Fouls it out of play right side.
And with the limited number of at-bats that he would get, he was very productive. And now, the trade of Holiday gives him an opportunity to get out there on a regular basis.
The trade of Matt Holliday, and even though Holliday is not off to the best of starts with Oakland, it is still a hot topic in Colorado. His departure. Because they traded away arguably the face of the franchise. And so to speak in baseball terms, an aircraft carrier.
Yeah. They put some big numbers on the board for this Rockies team. And, they, like I said, 2 years ago, we're in the playoffs. And it was a team that, got to the World Series. And I think Colorado fans thought they were going to be together for a long time. But, Rockies decided that Holiday was going to be too expensive.
Fouled by Spilborghs, and it runs to a full count. Things can change quickly in the economics of baseball. At least the perception can.
Yeah.
They cause you to make those changes.
That's exactly right. And at the same time, there's some bargains out there, too.
3-2 pitch. Got it. Out of that low outside corner, he gets Spilborghs looking, and back-to-back strikeouts to begin the game for Kevin Correa.
Correa painted here with a 3-2 fastball. You see Blanco just set that glove down low, and Correa hit it dead center. Spilborghs didn't like it too much, but that was a pretty good pitch.
Well, the bases are empty for first baseman Todd Helton, who has been on a bit of a tear as of recent days. Coming off the lower back problem from last year. That's about as debilitating an injury as you can experience, I imagine.
In this sport, yes. Especially the position he plays.
If you don't have your core, you don't have anything, do you?
Yeah, that's right.
2-0 to Helton. Todd Helton hitting .327 at Petco Park. Best ever for a left-handed hitter. So he has enjoyed hitting here, no question.
I'm sure there's lots of parks around baseball that you can say that about Todd. He's just a flat-out good hitter and has been one for a long time.
Those the 2 balls and 2 strikes.
And he's smart, too. He worked the count 2-0, got
a fastball. He fouled it straight back. 2-1. Got another one. Fouled it straight back. And here's, to me, where your good hitters really kind of set themselves apart in this kind of situation right here. 2-2. He could go many different directions here. And this is a hard guy to fool.
Just missing with a breaking ball, and it's a full count.
Correa felt like he threw a pretty good pitch right there. He helped him give up on that breaking ball. Blanco tries to frame it.
So a 3-2 pitch to Todd Helton. Another pitch to hit there and fouls it down the left field side. .372 average in 2000 to lead the National League. Followed it up with .336, .329, .358, .347, .320, .302, .320. Last year just .264 in 83 games, and hits that into right center field for a base hit. Hairston's going to have to hurry to cut this off. Does so and holds Helton to a 2-out single.
And that's where the injuries kind of take its toll. I mean, Helton fouls off good pitches, gets a breaking ball in the middle of the plate, and lines it into right center field. Back in his early days, that's a double. But with the back injury, he takes it easier now and ends up with a base hit. But his approach at the plate is still the same.
Cleanup hitter Garrett Atkins takes side. Do you ever really recover from a serious back injury? It's never 100%, is it?
I would think not. You read off those numbers, Mark. He was the most dominant hitter in the National League, and he didn't get a lot of credit because he's playing in Colorado. But he's a good hitter and has proven it. And this year he's healthy again, and I think that's reflected in his numbers already. 316 or 321. He's probably going to suffer in the power department.
That's to left field. Headley with room. Now even comes back in a few steps. 2-out base hit by Helton. He's stranded. San Diego coming to bat. San Diego comes to bat in the bottom of the first inning. Let's take a look at the starting nine for the Padres. It's Eckstein leading off at second base. Brian Giles, 4-for-8 career against De La Rosa, and Giles went deep for the first time. It was at yesterday's game in Los Angeles. Hairston in center field. Adrian Gonzalez, the cleanup hitter. Then Headley, Kuzminoff. Henry Blanco's doing the catching tonight with Rodriguez, and Correa, the pitcher, batting ninth. Jorge De La Rosa making the start for Colorado. No wins, but pretty good numbers, Tony.
Yeah. Good ERA. walks her down. This is a guy that fastball is going to be in the low to mid 90s. Good overhand curveball, a little slider, a little change.
He has not gotten a lot of run support this year. In fact, in his 4 starts, he's gotten a total of 7 runs of offense on his side. They're averaging less than 2 runs of support, 7th lowest in the National League.
There always seems to be a guy on every rotation who's that guy who doesn't get any runs.
Eckstein bounces it towards third. Fair. Atkins, long throw. In time. Good play by Atkins. So let's look at the rest of the Rockies defense. Brought to you by SD Storage, where $1 moves you in. Go to SDStorage.com to find a store near you today. Billboard's Fowler and Hop in the outfield. But watch De La Rosa, maybe one little Achilles heel. His defense, he already has a couple of errors on the season.
Atkins did not panic on that ball. Eckstein hit it down the line and calmly made the feed, or got the ball and made the throw to first base.
Right fielder Brian Giles, as I mentioned, hit his first home run of the year in the 7th inning of yesterday's game in Los Angeles. Also made a spectacular catch up against the fence. Two balls and a strike.
Yeah, that number's not going to last long from Brian Giles. He's going to turn things around and get things going.
Chops it left side towards the hole. Tulowitzki got it there in time. 2 ground ball outs. 2 pretty good defensive plays by the San Diego defense.
Tulowitzki probably had time to set his feet on that, but still kind of ran around this ball and got rid of it with plenty enough to get it over to Hilton.
Bases are empty for center fielder Scott Hairston. A little bit low from De La Rosa. Playing primarily against lefties. Hairston hitting .347 with the 3 homers.
De La Rosa looks sneaky.
Skips into the crowd.
What I mean by that is that he has a real deliberate windup, and then all of a sudden, pow, the ball's on you.
Some deception there.
Good deception, but more of he's so deliberate with his windup. You just usually don't think a guy can throw as hard as he's throwing with a windup that's that slow.
94 miles per hour. What you're saying is he's not a max effort guy.
Well, no, he's not. Normally, this is more of a finesser's windup. Guy's going to try to, locate the fastball, but he gets it up there pretty good.
That's skied out to shallow right field. Brad Hopp coming in, and the Padres go down in order. Nothing across after an inning from Petco Park. No score.
Hey fans, enjoy Padres weekday afternoon games and get 2 tickets for the price of 1 in select seating sections.
Enjoy 2-for-1 prices on tickets and Wiener Schnitzel hot dogs. Next one coming up Thursday, May 7th, this Thursday. The Padres 2-for-1 getaway days presented by Southwest Airlines. 5, 6, and 7 hitters for the Rockies in the second, and Brad Hopp, the right fielder, leads off. Off speed, 0-2. Off speed pitch, another important one for Correa.
Well, he can throw it after throwing strike 1. Good located fastball on the outside part of the plate, comes back with a breaking ball on the outside part of the plate.
Hopp fights it off and sends it out to right field, and that drops in between Giles and Eckstein, and Hopp is on to begin the second. On an 0-2 pitch, Hopp drops one into right.
You see that ball is kind of a hanger, and even though he broke his bat on it, Hopp is strong enough to get it out to the outfield and get a base hit.
Second hit of the game for Colorado, and they put the leadoff man on for Troy Tulowitzki, the shortstop. Tulowitzki was kept out of the lineup during the series with the Padres last week. He was really scuffling with the bat. He came off the bench, though, and picked up a hit or two.
Tulowitzki's still a young player himself. And after coming off that 30 home run year with signing a big deal. He got hurt last year, missed the majority of the season.
Pulls that foul.
And you see young hitters are aggressive. They want to make something happen, and especially when you're struggling, you kind of want to turn things around quickly, and sometimes you have to be patient.
2 stints on the DL last year for Tulowitzki. He takes that high, 1-2. So he had 263 with 8 homers, 46 RBIs, and played in just 101 games. After a magical year in 07, just like the organizations, when he had 291 with 24 homers and 99 RBIs. And almost won the Rookie of the Year.
I said 30, yeah. I knew he had a big home run year, 24.
Lined pass, Kuzman off and down the left field side. Hopp, the lead runner, is going to come around third. Picked up on the warning track by Headley. Hopp will score. It's a double for Tulowitzki, and the Rockies lead 1-0. Sixth run batted into the season for Troy Tulowitzki.
See again, that ball's kind of in the middle of the plate. Tulowitzki hits a bullet over Kuzmanov's head, and it bounces around in that corner. Hopp able to score from first base, and the Rockies have an early lead.
Double number 2 on the year for Tulowitzki, and it's Chris Iannetta. Three of the last 4 Rockies hitters with base hits against Correa after he struck out the first 2 of the game, Fowler and Spilborghs. Iannetta spent part of his spring with Team USA, the Americans in the World Baseball Classic. The batting average not all that high for Iannetta, but 4 home runs to lead Colorado.
Yeah, he's a guy that Rockies really like a lot. Obviously playing in the World Classic this year, I'm sure gave him some confidence, but thus far he hadn't gotten off to a good start, but they feel like he will hit.
And he does so there, getting it into left field for a base hit. Tulowitzki to third, and the Rockies have runners at the corners, and still nobody out here in the top of the second.
didn't hit this ball hard. But again, the breaking ball in the middle of the plate. Arnetta bangs it in the hole between short and third. Hop dropped a grenade in the right field for a base hit. Tulowitzki hit a ball hard into the corner for a run. Now Arnetta hits the breaking ball in the hole, doesn't hit it hard.
And 3 hits and only 1 really hit well.
Yep.
And here's Clint Barmas, the second baseman. And that's towards the middle. Can they turn 2? Stepping on Rodriguez for 1 to first to double play. It does score Tulowitzki. The Rockies take a 2-0 lead, but the Padres turn their 30th double play of the season.
And here he just challenges them with the fastball. Rodriguez able to get it, step on the bag, throw to first, makes it look easy. Potential big inning snuffed out.
De La Rosa, the pitcher, first pitch hacking and fouls it off. Eight at bats for De La Rosa this year, and 7 have ended in a strikeout. Puts it in play, rolled up to first, and Adrian takes it himself to win the inning. But the Rockies pick up 2 runs on 3 hits off Correa. Adrian Gonzalez leads off when we return.
Sunday, May 17th, we're playing the Cincinnati Reds at 105. Come out to the ballpark and get your own Padres t-shirt for kids.
All kids 14 and younger get a Padres t-shirt presented by Union Bank of California. You can get your tickets early. Go online and save at Padres.com. We get to the last of the second. Adrian Gonzalez will lead off. Look at our Avalanche heating and cooling MLB leaders. Your comfort is our priority. Most consecutive games to reach base safely in a single season with either a hit or a walk. Ryan Klesko at 56 consecutive games. Tony, you had 42 and 86. And Adrian comes in having reached in every game so far this season, which is 25 in a row.
I didn't know that.
Didn't remember that?
No, not at all.
First pitch inside, ball 1.
He's your tailor-made guy to break that record. One of the real threats in this lineup, capable of hitting the ball out of the ballpark, uses the whole field. Patient.
Tied with Albert Pujols for the National League lead in homers with 9. 8th in the league in RBIs with 20 and hitting .315. Ends it down the left field side foul. Well, he had a 2-homer game in the last meeting between these clubs. That was on Wednesday last week on the 29th of April. He hit a solo shot to left in the 7th inning, and then an inning later, a 2-run bomb to center. Padres were down 7-0 in that game. That made it 7-5. That would be the final, however. 7th multi-homer game in his career for Adrian.
Well, when he's going good, that's how he hits them. He can hit them to left. You know, he's got good power, especially in this ballpark. Good power to left field, center field.
Brother Edgar went deep the other night in Los Angeles, and he's hit a couple on the season as well. 2-2 pitch. I'd argue when Adrian's really going well, he's going to left center field.
Yes.
I know it's tempting to want to
pull
pull that ball all the time.
See, normally they have a shift. And you see the Rockies playing him straight up, and that's because they see the same thing I do, than you do, Mark, that when he's going good, he uses the whole field.
Got him. And a strikeout to first for De La Rosa. That ball seemed like it kind of jumped on Adrian a little bit there.
Again, he's sneaky. That's just a straight fastball on the outside corner. And Adrian trying to go to left field with it a little bit late.
Which hitting left fielder Chase Headley steps in. Rockies getting 2 in the top of the inning. Rockies and Padres opening up this short 2-game series. That's grounded sharply, but Tulowitzki to his left fires to first and retires Headley. 2 down in the San Diego second, and De La Rosa has sent down the first 5 Padres hitters. Brings up Kuzminoff.
I said before, I'm going to say it again with the Padres. Kuzminoff to me is the key guy, and if he can, get some things going offensively, then I think the Padres' trouble like they're having now, putting runs on the board, it would be a whole lot easier if he could be the guy to get going.
Opposing pitchers have gotten Kuz to chase a lot of down and away stuff like that. He lays off there. I guess that's just all about discipline.
Yeah, I think it is. I think he's been a candidate to challenge that way because he's been stubborn. He doesn't want to use the other side of the field. But when he does, again, this whole club is a whole lot better when they open up and use the whole side, use both halves of the field. But with young players, they get stubborn about that. Because their power usually is to the pull side. But
there's some power towards left center field. Spilborghs along with Fowler, and Fowler makes the catch on the warning track. Kuz gave it a pretty good ride, but flies to deep left center. De La Rosa's retired the first 6. Rockies lead 2-0 here in the top of the third. Let's take a peek at opponents' history, brought to you in part by San Diego County Credit Union, your local financial partner for over 70 years. Rockies come in 9-14, 5-9 on the road. They've never had a winning record on the road in any of their seasons in franchise history, which dates back, of course, to 1993. But I guess, Tony, you don't have to be a winning team on the road to win a championship. It'd be, what, play 500 on the road, win 2/3 of your game at home?
Yep. You can do it that way. It's a lot more fun to win on the road, though. It's a lot of fun.
Top of the order, Dexter Fowler began the game with a strikeout. In his 20 hits this season. Tied for the NL lead among rookies. So here's one of your early candidates. Very early, mind you. If you want to start talking National League Rookie of the Year.
Well, for Fowler, like most rookies, it's about being productive. He went to the game today hitting .278, so average-wise, he's doing good. His on-base percentage is, .341. So you feel like as a leadoff hitter, that could get better.
It's up from Correa, but Fowler's a guy who really never batted much leadoff in the minor leagues, so it's a role that's fairly new to him.
And that's one you have to learn. You leading off, you want to be patient. It's nice to be able to bunt. It's nice to be able to move the ball around. He's a switch hitter, so I'm sure that helps. You've got some veteran guys he can learn from.
That fastball busts him in at 92 miles per hour, and it's a full count. Correa's 3-2 to Dexter Fowler. Got it past him with a fastball. Third strikeout for Correa, and he gets Fowler for a second time.
That's just Powder River right there. Fastball away. See him a little tardy on that. And there's Don Baylor. That's who he was out working with in early hitting today, and I'm sure he's got great information for him. So
first one up high to Ryan Spilborghs. It's great that somebody like a Don Baylor, who managed this team in its embryonic stages, can come back and be a part of a coaching staff here. That's lined into center field, and Spilborghs has a base hit. I bet there are some guys out there, after you leave the top spot, it's like, I don't know if I can come back in a subservient role. But Don Baylor, good baseball man, back in Colorado.
Yep, you're right. He kind of led them to their first taste of winning.
Took him to the playoffs for the first time in '95.
And now here he is back coaching, and he's got it in his blood. He's like I do. I have it in my blood. So you gotta be involved. You gotta teach. Whatever aspect suits your fancy. And here with these young guys on this Rockies team, he's got some great information for a lot of these guys.
One on, one out in the Colorado third. Todd Helton back at the plate as he's singled to center his first time up. Two and 0. We talk about some of the all-time greats: Williams, Ruth, Gehrig. Todd Helton's on that list when it comes to career on-base percentage. Pretty impressive.
It is. I told you, he's a good hitter. You look at the names on that list.
Three and 0, and Blanco will go out to talk with Correa.
And that's the thing. Correa knows he's got to be careful to help him in this situation. He fell behind. 2-0. You sure don't want to give in and throw him a fastball. He did that his first at bat, and Hilton fouled him back. Fouled the 2-0 pitch back, came back with a fastball, fouled that back, ended up getting a base hit. And Helton, he will take what you give him.
Helton homered off Correa last Wednesday in Denver. And this time Helton takes the 4-pitch walk. It is the first free pass issued by Correa, who's already up to 45 pitches here with 1 out in the 3rd. Two men aboard, 1 out for cleanup hitter, third baseman Garrett Atkins.
You get to the point here where you just can't keep affording to fall behind hitters. Going through the middle of this lineup now. Helton, Atkins, Hop.
Gets the inside corner there. Strike 1 to Atkins. In many ways, Garrett Atkins has been the unsung hero for Colorado, even though you've had a guy like Matt Holliday on their roster. It has been Garrett Atkins that has led the Rockies in RBIs in 3 of the last 4 seasons. 05 and 06 and last year, leading the team in runs batted in. And 120 runs batted in 06. Did not lead the team in runs batted in 07, but oh yeah, had 111.
He's been a good player. And you're right, he has kind of flown under the radar. But, you know, the thing about baseball players know. They know, who's putting the numbers up, who's been consistent.
Towards the middle, diving attempt by Rodriguez, but it's into center field. Spielborg stopped at third, now a throw to the plate. And the call, safe. It took a moment for plate umpire Paul Schreiber, but I don't think Blanco ever tagged him. The throw up the third base line. And Spielborg's, after hesitating, scores on a base hit by Atkins, and it's 3-0.
Boy, that was a weird play. Atkins hits a good breaking ball down, gets it by Rodriguez. Spielborg, you see, gets around the tag.
Oh, he didn't touch the plate the first time.
See, he stopped, and then all of a sudden he decides to go. And still was able to score.
He got the back corner of the plate eventually. Well, that was the reason for the hesitation on the call. Definitely didn't get him with the tag.
Nope.
There, he finally touched it.
I wonder if they'll give Atkins the RBI because he stopped. But I guess you would still get the RBI.
13th of the season for Atkins. Brad Hopp led off the second with a base hit to right. You see the average with runners in scoring position, 412. Pulls that foul.
Talked a minute ago about Atkins flying under the radar. This guy too. Pop's been pretty solid for these guys.
Off-speed pitch is low.
Good defensive right fielder. He's got hits with some power. He's a run producer. Scores runs himself.
Mujica getting up now in the San Diego bullpen. Hopp sends it high in the air down the left field side. Cruz coming near the stands and can't get it. Looked like it landed on the railing. Take another look.
He's trying to get there. And you see it's further down the line than he was. He was trying to hurry up and get to the fence so that he could find it, but is a good 10 feet behind him.
Full count with 1 out. And a walk loads the bases. And Balsley, the pitching coach, trots out to the mound. Second walk of the inning allowed by Correa. And in the jam here with Tulowitzki coming up, who hit the ball hard his first time up. Well, the Dodgers have already scored 2. Andre Ethier and Manny Ramirez with home runs. Who can stop the Dodgers at home? They're 10-0 at Dodger Stadium to begin the season. And they have a 2-1 lead over Arizona in the second tonight. Now, we talked earlier about batting with the bases loaded and how it has been an issue for the Padres. Tulowitzki hitting .400 in his career with the bases loaded.
The situation is, really tailor-made for the hitter. But if you're going to swing at balls out of the zone and, be super aggressive, this is a situation for the patient. If you're willing to wait it out, you're going to get something good to hit.
And Correa working out of the full windup is behind 2-0 on Tulowitzki, who doubled. Smoked one over the head of the third baseman Kuzminoff and into the left field corner in his first at bat. Off the outside edge, and it's 3-0. A 6-3 ball count from Correa already tonight. Behind the plate, that'll twist into the crowd, and it's a full count. Correa sitting at 60 pitches with 1 out here in the top of the third.
Correa's had to come right at Tulowitzki. Falling behind 3-0. Tulowitzki had a pretty good rip at that 3-1 fastball.
Sends it high and deep to center field. Scott Hairston pulls up in front of the track to make the catch. Everyone tagging. The throw is going to come towards second and keep Hop from advancing. But Helton scores. Atkins to third. It's a sac fly for Tulowitzki, his second RBI of the game. Earlier in the inning, as we take a look at our Coors Light freeze cam, Spilborghs, who had stopped at third on this play. Throw coming in from Hairston. Very close to making the tag on the helmet of Spilborghs. Within a few inches, getting the out at the plate.
And Blanco really tried to sell that, didn't he? He showed the glove and
here it is.
Tried to put the tag on him.
Franco Iannetta. Base hit to left in his first AB tonight. Oh, 2. Two runs in the second. The Rockies now with 2 so far here in the third. Correa trying to limit the damage to that. Runners at the corners in an 0-2 to Chris Iannetta. Won't go fishing for that. Little check swing roller will stay foul.
Ionetta there, it looked like that was the last thing he expected there, 1 and 2. It's a breaking ball. Pretty good pitch by Correa. Ionetta tried to check his swing and check that ball foul.
Still got hope. Here comes Correa's 33rd pitch of the inning, and it's up high. Correa struck out Fowler to begin the inning, but Spilborg singled. He walked Helton. Atkins an RBI single. Hop walk. Tulowitzki a sac fly. Now a 2-2. Momentarily from Correa. Challenged him at 92 miles per hour.
Good 2-strike hack there by Ionetta. Right on that fastball. So here you'd like to let your defenders work for you.
Just missing near that low outside corner. Had him at 0-2, and now it's a full count on Chris Ionetta. Hop takes off from first, and that's fouled out of play. The 10th pitch of this at bat coming to Ionetta. We'll see another. And the pitch count continues to mount for Kevin Correa. And Blanco wants to come out and talk about it. And Correa now standing at 70 pitches.
Well, he's going to have to get the ball down because the last 2 pitches were up. Ionetta's had not only good looks at him, but good swings at him. And again, you want to try to make a quality pitch here down in the zone. Let your defenders work with you. But you're right, Mark. The pitch count, 70 pitches, and we're only in the top of the 3rd inning.
Strike 3 call. High strike. Rockies tack on 2 more, though, and strand a pair. 4-0 Colorado. restaurants in their new location. Lolita's at the park just across from Petco. By MTS. Save gas, save money. Ride MTS to Petco. For more information, log on to www.sdmts.com. And by Ron Baker Chevrolet, your home for the Silverado Superstore. Correa getting the strikeout of Iannetta. What a battle it was. Here's that last 3-2 pitch. Look at pitch track. Maybe got a good call there from Paul Schreiber. A little help. Let's see if the Padres offense can get it going. Bottom 3 of the order. Blanco, Rodriguez, and then the pitcher Correa. Three homers for Henry, including a 2-homer game. The Rockies pitcher Jorge De La Rosa has not gotten a whole lot of run support this year. Well, he's gotten 4 early runs tonight from his offense.
And what was his total coming in?
7 total runs of offense coming in his first 4 starts.
And he got 4 already in the 3rd inning. So, he's feeling like $1 million right now, but you don't want to start an inning off after getting a couple of runs, going 3-0 on the first hitter you face.
And a 4-pitch walk gives San Diego their first base runner of the game.
And I think that look right there
says it all.
Clint Hurdle says it all right there. It's like, wait a minute, we just put 2 more runs on the board. And that's what you do. You tell a young guy, hey, come on, hang in there. Come on now, throw a strike. And it's tough. Tough with young guys because it takes them a while to kind of figure out, the things that you'd like them to do.
There is a strike to Luis Rodriguez. Check swing. And that's outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Four 4-0 Colorado. Rockies with 2 in the 2nd and 2 in the top of this 3rd inning. Luis rides it into left field for the first San Diego base hit. And Blanco will stop at 2nd.
No problem there. Luis Rodriguez right on the fastball. Ball's right in inner half. 94. He's right on it. Lines it in the left field for a base hit.
With 2 on, nobody out, and a chance for the pitcher Correa to try to bunt him over. One for 4 with the bat this season.
Here's another one of those plays where Todd Helton has excelled as a first baseman here. Now, we want to bunt this ball to third base.
Correa has 3 sack bunts on the season, and that one will roll foul.
It's a nice attempt, too, by Correa, but that's where you want to go. You want to go to third base. Hopefully hard enough to make the third baseman field it. See, his form is good. He drops it down. Ball hit right where that grass and dirt start there and kicked it foul.
Correa and Peavy leading the Padres with 3 sacrifice bunts apiece, so he's been able to help himself. What an outing Jake had the other night in Los Angeles, huh? Going to help himself again. The only play for De La Rosa is at first, and he airmails the bag. That's going to bring in Blanco. Rodriguez to third. Correa stays at first. It's 4-1. Correa will get credit for a sacrifice that he reaches on the E1. Well, we talked earlier about De La Rosa. He's committed a couple of errors. There's his third miscue of the season.
And he had plenty of time, too. Correa drops down a great bunt. And he just chucks it over Barmes' head over at first base. See Brad Hobb doing a nice job of backing that play up. Pitching coach Bob Apodaca coming out and talking to him. And they're thinking that's a mental thing. So come on, you got to respond.
It's De La Rosa's third error in 6 defensive chances on the season. That's not good.
Let's see if Eckstein is willing to drop another one. That's you don't see that very often at the big league level.
He's not going to challenge Greg Maddux for Gold Gloves anytime soon with that kind of percentage, defensive-wise.
Well, again, he got that ball in plenty of time, and he just came up and just chucked it over Barmes' head. Way over Barmes' head. We'll see if that's not something the Padres could exploit here.
And Correa gets credit for his 4th sacrifice bunt. Eckstein, who leads the team in sack bunts, takes a strike. Second in the National League in sack bunts, trailing only Reds pitcher Bronson Arroyo. Still nobody out in the Padres' third. Pulled foul into the Rockies' dugout.
That was a pretty good breaking ball right there by De La Rosa. Eckstein fouled it off. Bodies were moving in that Colorado dugout.
Saw Jim Tracy there on the left. Former Dodgers and Pirates manager, who's now the bench coach for Clint Hurdle. Golf to third, foul. Still 0-2 on Eckstein. That grounded out to Garrett Atkins at third base in his first at bat.
Well, you've caught a break here, and there's no question. You know, you got to get 2 runs across somehow, some way.
Another bounce to the third, runner coming home, and Atkins hasn't hung up. The catcher Iannetta chasing Rodriguez, and now Tulowitzki. And he's tagged out by Helton. The other runners advance, so give Rodriguez credit. He stayed in the rundown long enough that the other runners advance.
That's an outstanding job by Luis Rodriguez, because you got the pitcher running behind you, and he got into the rundown, and at one point he had to wave Correa over to third base. You see him getting in the rundown, and watch, he's waving. He's saying, go to third, go to third. And that, being able to go the other way towards home plate, forced the issue and was able to allow both runners to move up an extra 90 feet.
5-2, 6-3 on the putout of Luis Rodriguez. Runners are at second and third, 1 out, and a strike to Giles. Lefty against lefty. Ryan grounded out to short in his first at bat. Grounds it to short here. Tulowitzki will take the out at first, and a run scores. Correa coming in, and it's 4-2. Needed to get one right there, and Giles picks up his 13th RBI.
Yep, it's simple. Going to score a run on an out, middle of the diamond. See, Giles just puts it in play, ground ball to short. Gets you that second run, so you cut the deficit in half. And then you got another opportunity with a man in second here with 2 outs.
And Scotty Hairston coming up. He's a Padre who has thrived with runners in scoring position this season.
And I'm sure that's what Ionetta wanted to talk to De La Rosa about. Kirsten's capable of hitting the ball out of the ballpark, so he's going to make good pitches here.
So first pitch strike.
De La Rosa only given up one so far.
Hairston flied to hop in right field back in the first. De La Rosa's 0-1. It's down low. One runner is now Eckstein. He's at second with 2 outs. 1-1. Another one down low. Rockies scored 2 in the second and 2 in the top of this third. San Diego back in the game with 2 so far in the bottom of the third inning of De La Rosa. Up the middle and into center for a hit. Eckstein racing around third. Fowler throws into second. Third run of the inning. Hairston comes through with the 2-out RBI base hit, and it's 4-3.
This is good hitting by Hairston. Waited him out, got the pitch he was looking for, banged it right back up the middle, the fastball in. And he just banks that ball right back up the middle. Eckstein comes around and scores. And what was a 4-0 deficit now is 4-3. And they're right back in the ball game.
It's a big 2-out hit.
And it's all set up really by the error.
It is.
Well, the leadoff walk, number one, but then the error by De La Rosa put them in a position to put runs on the board without having to swing the bats, and now the Padres are right back in the game.
De La Rosa having to face the cleanup hitter, Adrian Gonzalez. De La Rosa up to 42 pitches. .96 miles per hour.
That's what I meant by sneaky.
Yeah, I was just going to say, it doesn't look like it's 96, does it?
Nice and easy, real deliberate. And all of a sudden, the arm action and pow, ball's right on top of you. And he struck Adrian out the first time with a fastball away.
And 2. And with the slider there.
That's a pretty good pitch. This ball was down. Looked like Adrian was taking a shot at pulling that ball. Ball down in the zone.
Check on Hairston. And it began with a 4-pitch walk to Henry Blanco. Rodriguez single. And the pitcher Correa bunting, and De La Rosa threw it past first. And the throwing error opened the door. Two and 2.
Really, for both guys tonight, when they've gotten into trouble, the pace of the game has come to a slow to a crawl. De La Rosa got the first 6 guys out that he faced.
Got the first 6, but then walked Blanco on 4 straight.
Yep. That's kind of opened the door. Padres have taken advantage like a good team should. Put themselves right back in it.
He strikes out Adrian for a second time tonight. But San Diego scores 3 times in the inning on only 2 hits and 1 costly error from De La Rosa. But the Padres are right back in the game. An unusual question tonight. Glenn Allen's fear of blank once put him on the disabled list. This is almost like a question from Match Game back in the day. We'll have the answer for you a little bit later on. We head into the top of the 4th. The 8-9-1 hitters up for Colorado. Clint Parmas leading off. And the first pitch is high, ball 1. Jeff Idelson is here. He is the president of the Hall of Fame in Cooperstown. It is great to have anybody from Cooperstown. Okay, I got 2 guys from Cooperstown here. A pleasure here to have you, Jeff, as well. And I'll let you explain what you're doing in town, because kind of an extension of the San Diego Hall of Fame has brought you here.
Absolutely. We have a lot of supporters around the country, none more so than in San Diego. And tomorrow I'll be speaking at the San Diego Hall of Champions. I'm really looking forward to that. Bob Breitbart, longtime friend. I've known him a long time because of his relationship with Ted Williams and then going to Hoover High together. And I know Tony's going to be there. Rod Crew is going to be there. And you talk about a lot of greatness in one room. He and Rod combined 39 seasons, 34 of which they hit 300 or better. 15 batting titles, 33 All-Star games, 6,194 hits combined. That's a lot of greatness in one room.
To the left field and a baseball for, or a base hit for Barmish. Talking about baseballs and bats. You got your numbers down. That's for sure.
That's why he's the president.
But that's coming up tomorrow at the San Diego Hall of Champions. You can go online there, sdhoc.com. Make sure, have you seen he's got a Ted Williams bat?
He has 2.
From his 400 season, right?
Yeah,
in his office?
From 1941. He's got 2 of them, and he actually donated one to us in Cooperstown. The last time I was out here a couple of years ago when Barry Bonds was trying to set the home run mark. And Bob's a great guy. The Hall of Champions is a wonderful museum. A lot of similarities to Cooperstown in terms of their educational mission, but I'm just delighted to be here.
Blanco's got to hurry, safe at first. So De La Rosa bunting, A little bit of confusion, and by the time Blanco got to it, that's going to be scored a bunt base hit for De La Rosa, and 2 on, nobody out in the Rockies 4.
Yeah, this ball had backspin on it. You see that ball go high. Blanco thought it was going to go forward. It went backwards. And De La Rosa beat it out.
But now the Rockies have something going with the top of the order up in center fielder Dexter Fowler.
See, that number 24, Tony, reminds you of a guy going in this summer that wore 24 that hit leadoff.
Yeah.
That's going to be
I'm kind of looking
speech.
forward to that.
Yeah.
I was with Jim Rice last week in Boston, and he leaned to me, he said, "Hi, how do you do the speeches? Who gets to go first?" I said, "What are you thinking?" He said, "I'd like to go first." I said, "When did you hit leadoff?" He said, he goes, "I'll be so nervous I'll never be able to listen to Ricky if I have to go after him."
It's funny, I think we all say the same thing. Hey, I'd like to go first, but he might be right though. I think I know they're both going to be extremely nervous, but he might be right. He might want to go first and let Ricky have a stage at the end, because I just think we're all going to be in stitches at some point.
Who makes that determination? Who gets to go first?
Well, it's kind of a mutual thing, you want your guys to feel comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
And, I think Ricky would feel comfortable anywhere, and I think Jim would be fine anywhere too. But I see his point, and I think you're going to get 2 great speeches. I mean, you have a guy in Jim Rice that waited 20 years to get to Cooperstown, 15 years on the ballot. I grew up in Boston, so I'm partial, but I never saw a guy that could hit the ball harder than he could. And, that 1978 season when he had 406 total bases was unbelievable.
Fowler gets the bunt down. And the throw to first low, but in time from Correa to Eckstein. And it advances Barmas to third and De La Rosa down to second, 1 out.
And then with Ricky, I mean, he was a guy that you would pay to go see play. I mean, he was so entertaining. I mean, he could do it all. I worked with him in New York a little bit. And
here's Ricky with a home run in a Friars uniform. He had a little panache about him, I guess.
Yeah.
And Correa is going to be finished for the night. And pitching change brought to you by your local San Diego Cadillac dealer. See the new CTSV now in stock at your local San Diego Cadillac dealer. We'll come back with more after this timeout. Visit rcpblock.com. And into the game for San Diego is right-hander Edward Mujica.
See the numbers he's asked to come in and get the Padres out of a jam here with second and third and 1 out. Top of the lineup has turned over. Padres have rallied from 3 runs in the bottom half of the third to make it a 4-3 game, but now the Rockies are threatening again to put more runs on the board.
Ryan Spilborg to left fielder. Singled and scored in the third and fanned in the first. Jeff Idelson, the president of the Hall of Fame in Cooperstown, still with us. Here comes the pitch from Mujica. Off the outside corner for ball one.
Jeff, how about this Hank Aaron exhibit that's getting ready to open? Tell us about that.
That's a great exhibit, Tony, and actually we opened it about a week ago, and Henry and Billy came up to Cooperstown. But, you know, you talk about a guy that represents everything you want with the game. He was it. I mean, came out of poverty in Mobile to integrate the Sally League, to set arguably baseball's greatest record in the face of amazing and tremendous adversity. But then not only that, he became a successful businessman that's been given back philanthropically. His Chasing the Dream Foundation is all about kids and giving them the chance to dream and do things good. So a guy's come full circle, and it's certainly a good exhibit for him to have in Cooperstown.
This sounds weird to say for a guy who held the Major League home run record for many years, but I think Hank Aaron has been an underappreciated person in Major League Baseball for so many years.
I totally agree with that.
It's because of the long ball. I mean, if you take away all of his home runs, he still has more than 3,000 hits.
I know.
Fouled out of play, 2 balls, 2 strikes.
He still holds the record for extra base hits and total bases. I mean, and he's in top 5 in about everything you can think of. I mean, he put so much distance between himself and the field.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable. And to do it in the climate he did it in is just, you can't even imagine. You know?
Can't imagine.
No.
And he did it for a long time, and you're right. He's one of the nicest guys you ever want to meet.
Spielborg sends one high in the air down the left field side. Headley over near the line and in fair territory makes the catch. Tagging, Barmes headed for the plate, and he scores. Barmes scoots in with the 5th run of the game for Colorado.
Now that ball was hit so high, Headley had to contend with being on the track and looking out for the wall. See, he tries to get over there, but he doesn't really get behind it good enough, and it's kind of a tough play. Barmes is able to beat the throw to home, and Rocks are up 5-3.
Two down for Todd Helton, who so far tonight singled in the first and walked and scored in the third. And with first base open, they'll put him on intentionally and face Garrett Atkins. Walk the lefty and bring up the right-handed hitter. Jeff Idelson, the president of the Hall of Fame. This is your first full year as in that capacity?
Starting my second now.
Relatively new role for you?
Been there 15 years. I worked for the Red Sox and the Yankees before coming to Cooperstown. So it's been a great time up there. We have a great staff. It's a wonderful museum. Our collections are really deep, and we have a lot of fans from San Diego that come all the time. And I think with Ricky going in, we'll probably see a bunch of them come this summer.
And again tomorrow at the San Diego Hall of Champions. And if you need more information, folks can go online. I'm embarrassed to say, and I think many baseball fans, unfortunately, haven't been to Cooperstown. There are so many of us that haven't, that need to make that pilgrimage.
Well, it is a pilgrimage. It's not exactly right, Tony?
That's correct.
Not exactly easy to get to, but it's a great museum. We turned 70 in June. Our collections are very, very deep. Jody Garrett with the first hit at Citi Field. His bat is in Cooperstown and on display. Stuff from the new Yankee Stadium as well. And it's great. We're getting ready to open up a Latino exhibit Memorial Day weekend. First ever bilingual exhibit at Tony Perez and Orlando Cepeda and Juan Marichal will all be there. We're doing our first ever Legends game in June, Father's Day weekend. So that'll be fun. And then induction around the corner in July. So a lot going on.
1-1 pitch to Atkins. He sends it foul and out of play down the right field side. Is it physically possible, and I'll ask you this since you're the president, Jeff, to see all the pieces that you guys have in Cooperstown?
It'll take you a while, but you could. I mean, we have 35,000 pieces in our collection. So a lot of people come in for 2 or 3 days because they really want to immerse themselves in it. I mean, you come there thinking you're going to find a small little place. You find a pretty big place.
I'd love to go spend 3 or 4 days up there. Definitely will do that sometime.
Yeah,
Jeff
me
Idelson,
too.
thanks very much.
My pleasure. Thanks
President
so much.
of the Hall of Fame
Good
in
to see
Cooperstown.
you.
Always a pleasure, buddy.
Rockies do get a run. fear of what? Once put him on the disabled list, and the answer is spiders. He had a dream, and he has a phobia of spiders, and in his dream he was trying to get away from spiders, and he bounced off some walls in his apartment. He was playing for Toronto at the time, and that bad episode put him on the disabled list.
Wow.
Of course, Glenn Allen is now the first base coach for the Colorado Rockies.
I kind of have that same fear of flying.
It's a rough way to go on the DL.
Oh, I hate flying, but
really,
yeah.
Even the Chargers.
Oh, hate it.
Headley leading off. Headley, Kuzminoff, and Blanco in the San Diego fourth. Seems that foul on the right field side. Always a bad flyer, or was that something that kind of developed?
Yeah, it kind of developed. You know, you go into a couple of turbulent flights, and that'll do it to you. So I'm a real softy now when it comes to flying.
Bounced out to short, and Troy Tulowitzki. Second time that Headley has grounded out to Tulo. And Glenn Allen Hill, current Rockies first base coach, enjoyed a 13-year career in the big leagues with 7 different teams, including the Cubs.
He had some power.
He did have some pop, didn't he?
Yeah, good power, pretty good defensive outfielder. Yeah, the first base coach.
Finished his career in 0-1 with Anaheim. Another opportunity for Tulowitzki, and he throws out Kevin Kuzminoff. 2 down. 186 lifetime home runs in the big leagues for Glenn Allen Hill. The 24 with the Giants in 95. That was a single season career high. Toronto, Indians, Cubs, Giants. Back to the Cubs, a little bit of time with the Yankees, and finished with the Angels. Finished with the Angels in 2001. Unfortunately, couldn't hang on one more year, then they won the World Series.
Yeah.
He bounces up there to Blanco. Henry picked up a 4-pitch walk leading off the third and eventually scored. All 3 runs scored by San Diego in that third inning were unearned due to the throwing error by the pitcher, De La Rosa. Blanco got under it. And Tulowitzki on the outfield grass. De La Rosa sets the Padres down in order for the 3rd time at the end of 4. It's 5-3. Pregame recap is brought to you by Murray Lampert Construction. If you're looking for a company that will give you a great value, call our friends at Murray Lampert Construction. Dedicated to 100% customer satisfaction since 1975. Log on to murraylampert.com. Tulowitzki's knocked in a couple, and it's a 5-3 Rockies lead as they bat in the top of the fifth. And first pitch swing, he dumped into right. Brad Hopp on base for a third time tonight, his second base hit.
He wasted no time. Got a first pitch fastball. Well, breaking ball. First pitch breaking ball. He was right on it. Lines it into right field for a base hit.
Tulowitzki doubled in a run and scored in the second, and a sac fly in the third.
This is the same team we talked about at the beginning of this game that was struggling on the road, hitting .233. And here in the top of the fifth inning has 9 hits and
5 runs.
5 runs, and you know, some of their hitters who were slumping are swinging a bat really good tonight.
Tulowitzki had a great first week. In fact, all 3 of his homers and all 5 of his RBIs coming into this game came in the first week of the season. He's got an RBI 6 and 7 on the year here tonight. Tulowitzki signed that big contract before last year, which runs through 2013, a club option through 2014. Check swing, repeal, he went. And that strikeout is the first down of the inning, and the second K for Mujica.
And I think he knew he went. He tried to sell it as if he didn't. And yeah, he went.
Chris Iannetta, the catcher. Looks at the first pitch strike. Iannetta singled in the second. He battled Correa in the third. It was a 10-plus pitch at bat before Iannetta took a borderline pitch on 3-2 for strike 3 to win the inning. Breaking ball, strike 2 here. Rockies have scored in every inning except the first. Padres scored all 3 of their runs, all unearned, in the third. Iannetta pops that up on the first base side and foul ground. Blanco. That hit one of the guy wires, I believe. Otherwise, he might have had a play on that.
And I believe that ball was going to stay in play, too. I don't know if Blanco would have been able to get to it. You see, he kind of ran into the corner of the bullpen, of the little bullpen where the camera is right there. And I think Adrian was going to be the one who had a shot at making the play.
Well, Adrian talking to Buddy like, what'd that hit?
It's the guide wire that holds up the net behind home plate.
I'll find at his foot. There's the guide wires to keep the screen up behind home plate. And I think it hit the one that actually goes all the way up that first base side that connects to the upper deck.
Yep. That's the one.
Still 0-2 on Chris Iannetta. checks. Blanco wanted to appeal, but plate umpire Paul Schreiber decided against it. Mujica's 1-2. Back-to-back strikeouts, 2 away.
Mujica came right at him. Challenging him with the fastball. Goes it by him.
Barmes fouls it back and out of play. I see the Mark Grant fan club is here tonight. Mark's getting a couple of nights off. Mark Neely, Tony Gwynn with you tonight from Petco Park. It can be a zoo around here occasionally, can't it? And one out of play again as well.
Mark, you're remarkably calm after the first 25 or so games with the Mudster.
The monkey and the giraffe went to Petco Park. E-I-E-I-O. I don't know where else to go with that. Check on Brad Hopp. Barmes has grounded into a double play and singled and scored. Now Blanco out to talk to Mujica.
Again, he's ahead in the count, 0-2. Wants to make sure he's on the same page with Mujica.
Didn't miss by much.
To the naked eye, that looked like a pretty good pitch.
Mujica out of the San Diego bullpen after Correa, the starter, went 3 1/3. Popped up on the right side, and Eckstein or Gonzalez, and it's Adria that makes the catch. The Animals love it. Mujica works around the leadoff hit.
It's like from here to Escondido, 12 miles northeast of Escondido, valleyviewcasino.com. Get all your information there. And remember, Lenny the Lobster is waiting for you.
Well, the world's greatest zoo. Have there been any inhabitants that have escaped tonight? Well, I see the koala and the ape have now joined the party. Good to have him at the ballpark tonight. This game heads to the bottom of the 5th inning. Luis Rodriguez leading off and takes low ball 1. 5-3 Colorado. The Rockies have led since scoring 2 in the 2nd and 2 in the 3rd. Padres scored 3 unearned in the bottom of the 3rd to cut it to 4-3. The Rockies 1 in the 4th. A tie from De La Rosa. Luis single to left in the 3rd and is 1 for 1. That one just missed. You could tell body language wise De La Rosa wanted that one.
Yep. And again, just like in the 3rd inning, he walked Blanco on 4 pitches.
And we do the same with Luis. 3-1. Strike, runs it full. See where this one wound up.
It's about the same one that the Padres got when Ionetta was hitting.
From 3-0 to 3-2 on Luis Rodriguez in the payoff pitch. Ran inside, and it is a leadoff walk in the San Diego 5th. A string of 4 in a row retired by De La Rosa. Burke will bat for Mujica. A little inside for ball 1. A nice job by Mujica out of the bullpen tonight. He goes an inning and 2/3, not allowing a run and only 1 hit. Struck out 3. That will leave play. Brooks made 4 starts at shortstop. Coming off the bench tonight. One and 2.
It looked like Burke was trying to take a shot at hitting the hole between 1st and 2nd there. Ball was elevated.
Leadoff man on. 2nd time tonight for San Diego. Two-two pitch. Gets jammed and fights it off. And this is a relatively short homestand for the Padres. 2 against the Rockies and 2 against Arizona. And the team hits the road. Goes to Houston, which is where Chris has spent the majority of his major league career.
Schedule makers have not been good to the Padres this early.
One around, it strikes out. Look at our Beyond the Box score tonight. The Cubs have now won 4 in a row. They beat the Giants 4-2. Zach Greinke, 9 innings, 10 punch-outs. He's 6-0. Look at that ERA. And the first place Kansas City Royals are 15-11 in the American League Central.
Wow. Greinke's been impressive. I've seen him pitch a couple of times this year. You talk about having all the pitches in the repertoire. He's fastball, curveball, slider.
Slow roller up the first base line. Helton picks it up, waits, and then puts the tag, applies it on Eckstein. He was not going to go quietly. Rodriguez down to second, 2 outs. Brings up Ryan Giles, the right fielder. Ryan picked up a run, batted in with a ground out in the third. Each time he has put it on the ground to the shortstop, Tulowitzki. The outside corner for ball 1. Giles batting in the 2 spot of the order tonight. It lead off yesterday afternoon in Los Angeles. I did lead off a couple of times in that series in LA. Giles ahead in the count, 2-0. Let's see if he can get something to drive here. A little bit low, 3-0. You can again tell from De La Rosa's body language, he thought that was a strike.
This is knee high, a little down. I'd still say a little down. Good pitch. It's a good pitch for a pitcher who thinks a hitter's hacking 2-0. Good fastball down. Giles wasn't biting.
Taking there, 3-1. This near the inside corner. Boy, De La Rosa, he's hot. Late umpire Paul Schreiber took the mask off, and then De La Rosa seemed to say, "Oh no, wait, that was me." But you could De La Rosa brought his hand up. Let's take a look at that last pitch. They have a bit of an argument. Then you see his reaction. Then he kind of snapped at the ball coming back. You can see why Paul Schreiber, the plate umpire, would interpret that as being De La Rosa being upset. Now De La Rosa trying to backpedal a little bit on that.
First impression I would get would be the same thing you just described. Schreiber wasn't happy with it. Let him know. He's saying to the umpire, "Hey, that's not you, that's me. I'm talking about myself." Schreiber came out to break it up, and again, De La Rosa let him know, "Hey, I'm just fussing at myself. I'm not fussing at you."
Well, I want to know your gut reaction, though.
Same as yours.
Reaction is that he was mad at the umpire, and then he backpedaled pretty quickly and tried to make up for it.
That's what you should do in that situation when you're trying to get outs and you need strikes. So you should do the same thing.
There's to chasing one that was down there, strike 1. Brendan Rush gets up to the Rockies bullpen.
Hairston there figured, all this conversation, he's going to want to get ahead. to a first pitch fastball, so he was gearing up for it, and he didn't get it. You have to give De La Rosa some credit there, because a lot of pitchers would have given in that situation. Said, this time I'm going to work ahead. Instead, he threw him a breaking ball. Hairston swung at it.
Hairston sends it in the air to deep left. Spilborn's back in this one. Gone! 3-run shot, and Scott Hairston has just given San Diego a 6-5 lead.
And it really didn't matter anyway, because he got the fastball he was looking for, and he was right on it. I tell you what, Hairston's had some of the biggest homers in the games that I've done, that's for sure. I mean, that was a short stroke fastball in, and he turned that around. And you see De La Rosa upset because it was elevated.
He has a flair for the dramatic, Scott Hairston, doesn't he?
He does.
4th of the year. He's knocked in 4 of the 6 San Diego runs, and the Padres now lead for the first time tonight. Giving Hairston 15 runs batted in on the season. Bat from Adrian to left field. Spilborns will have enough room on the track to make the catch as Adrian making a bid for back-to-back. But Scott Hairston with the big blow. Going yard, 3-run shot, and after 5, it's a new game, 6-5 San Diego. Friday, May 15th, the next one, 7:05. Your Padres take on the Cincinnati. Jorge De La Rosa, the conclusion of the last inning. Giving himself a pretty good tongue lashing there.
Yeah, giving himself some, but he's giving the umpire some too. There's some close pitches.
Looks like his night is finished. When Moreno takes over on the mound for the Padres.
For the first time tonight, the Pods have the lead. Moreno's job is going to be hopefully to shut them down, shut this Rocky offense down for a couple of innings.
And coming into this game, the Padres starting rotation had a 4.78 ERA, and the bullpen had an identical 4.78 ERA. 9-1 and 2 hitters for the Rockies, and Seth Smith will bat for the pitcher De La Rosa. Breaks his bat, sends it in the air to center field. Hairston coming in and makes the catch. One pitch, one out. Hey, Padres games are always more fun with friends, family, or coworkers. Groups as small as 25 people can save big over gate prices, receive a scoreboard welcome, and much more. You can reserve your Padres group tickets today by calling 619-795-5500. Dexter Fowler takes a first pitch strike. He laid down a sac bunt in the fourth after fanning in his first 2 plate appearances. Kevin Correa now off the hook for San Diego. The starter went 3 1/3, gave up 5 earned runs, 8 hits, 2 walks, 4 Ks. He'll not be involved in the decision tonight. The Padres down 4-0 at one point. They have a 6-5 lead. Paul Schreiber's been consistent with it, but it's been a pretty tight strike zone.
Pretty tight zone. I think that's what you saw De La Rosa a little upset about.
And a walk to Fowler. The potential tying run on for Ryan Spilborghs, the left fielder. Another play right side for strike one. Well, the Rockies, besides getting out to the 4-0 lead, really have had chances to expand it. They've stranded 6 men on base tonight. Padres have left only 1 on base.
The Rocks have 9 hits already.
The Padres 3.
Yeah, they lead the game, but only have 3 hits. One of them a 3-run homer by Scott Hairston. So, and you're right. The Rockies have had all kind of opportunities to add to the lead.
Hairston's knocked in 4 of the 6 runs and his 3-run homer in the 5th. It puts San Diego up for the first time. Two and one. Very good speed on the bases, and Fowler, the National League leader with 9 thefts. He's keeping the faith. Fowler takes off, and it's foul that hit Spilborghs in the batter's box.
I think Spilborghs was bluffed by Fowler too, like we were. Fowler looked like he was going and stopped. And Spilborghs wanted to make that a hit and run. See him stop. Spilborghs still swung at it anyway. So.
Fowler running. Throw down to second. Out. Blanco's throw right to the base, and the shortstop Rodriguez put the tag.
I want to see where this tag is, because Blanco did a great job of getting rid of it. And it looked like Rodriguez got him on that leg. I think that's a pretty good call. I think he got it.
I was with you, though, Tony. I thought for a moment maybe that right foot got in with the tag up high, but Fowler caught stealing for just the second time all year. Three-two pitch to Spilborghs. Just foul pass first.
He took that ball out of the dirt too, and it looks like he's able. Normally you get tagged that high, they're going to call you safe, but
well, he might actually have been in there with that.
He might have.
Strikeout of Spilborghs ends the inning. A walk, but a man caught stealing. Headley, Kuz, and Blanco coming up.
Your own Padres six-pack cooler.
That's right. Receive a free Padres six-pack cooler presented by AM/PM. Get your tickets early and save at Padres.com. First pitch swinging. Headley sends it to right near the short porch, but it's caught by Brad Hopp for the first out. There's your six-pack cooler. Very nice. You get that? Saturday, May 16th. Presented by AM/PM. Who's been off 0 for 2? Lyndon Rush, the new pitcher for Colorado.
See his numbers. ERA kind of high, but he pitches in Colorado. Only 3 walks.
An interesting scoring decision when we were in Colorado last week. There was a Rockies win over San Diego, 12-7 last Monday night, a week ago. And initially they gave Jason Grilly the win, but the next day they went back and actually gave it to Lyndon Rush. Rush went 2 2/3 innings with the starter Jason Hamill, and we all thought it was going to go to Rush, and they were looking at the box score and went to Grilly, and then the next day they switched it around and Rush got the win. That's chopped out to the third baseman Garrett Atkins. Kuzmarov out by a step. Rush has retired the first 2 in the San Diego 6th.
Rush has been around. Played on some teams, but he's a strike thrower. Not going to overpower you, but change speeds. Keep you off balance.
A year ago was right here in San Diego. The Padres uniform. First pitch strike to Blanco. Came up with the Royals Also been with the Mets, Brewers, Cubs. He was 1-2 with San Diego last year in 12 relief appearances with a 6.41 ERA. To pitch for the Mets in the 2000 World Series against the Yankees, making 3 relief appearances in that Subway Series. Well, he really had been almost exclusively a starting pitcher for the Mets during the regular season that year. Got him out in front. Iannetta still with enough time to complete the strikeout, throwing down to first. So Rush comes in and sets down San Diego in order. We finished 6 innings at Petco Park. It's 6-5 Friars. Text ERA and your full name to 269-411 for your chance to win a pair of Hawaiian Airlines tickets or other great prizes now. Hawaiian Airlines, America's #1 airline for quality and performance. Moreno into his second inning of work. We're into the top of the 7th. He's sweating this one out. One of the walks intentional to Helton, and the single came in the first.
Just takes a good swing.
Helton, Atkins, and Hop in the Colorado 7th. Down the line and left and fading foul. Moreno's 1-2. Padres unable to get Helton out so far in this game.
Pretty good pitch right there by Moreno. Breaking ball in on his hands. Stayed back enough to foul it off. Get another pitch.
Helton, with his base hit in the first, has now hit safely in 7 consecutive games. Hits a rocket to the right field corner. Bounces around. Giles grabs it. Helton on his way to second, and he's in standing with a leadoff double. Todd Helton is back in his groove.
It's the real deal. I told you he fouled off that last pitch, and he got a fastball that came back over the plate, and he right on it. Turns it around into the corner. Giles really does a nice job of getting to that ball and getting it back in, but not in time for Helton to get his 4th double of the season and get himself in scoring position.
Cleanup hitter Garrett Atkins has singled in a run in 3 at-bats. The Rockies have put the leadoff hitter on base 4 times now tonight. Rockies have won 4 of their last 7. They come in with a record of 9-14. That's low from Moreno. Padres trying to end a 5-game losing streak. They lost 11 of their last 13. Three and one on Atkins.
We're having to go through the heart of the Rockies lineup. Helton double. Atkins ahead in the count.
You got a left-handed hitter hop on deck. And it's 2 on, nobody out. Trouble brewing here in the Colorado 7th. Here's Hop, who also has had a perfect night. 2 for 2 with a walk. Every Rockies hitter tonight has reached with either a hit or a walk. I think they've all reached with a hit, with the exception of Fowler, and he's walked once. With a 1-0 count, Darren Baldsley out of the dugout. Clay Meredith getting ready in a hurry.
You're digging a hole for yourself again, falling behind in the count. You're trying to be careful because you've got guys who can hit the ball out of the ballpark, but at some point you're going to have to throw a strike. You hope one of these hitters will get super aggressive up there and maybe chase something, but so far Colorado's showing a lot of patience. Atkins walked on 5 pitches. Now Hop getting ahead of the count. 1-0.
2-0. Hop singled and scored in the 2nd, walked in the 3rd, and singled in the 5th. In the air to left field, Headley spinning, still going to the track, reaches up and has it, and the runners will hold. Well, the lead man held opted to play that one halfway, so he went back to the bag, and there's the first out.
Yeah, that's a huge play. Headley goes back and makes the play. If Helton was tagging up on that ball, he probably would have been able to get to third. Put the tying run 90 feet away. Instead, he played it halfway. He was unable to pick up the 90 feet, so now double play still in order here.
Tulowitzki takes in the dirt. Tony, may that be, yeah, Todd Helton is relatively healthy, but if he tags in that play, there's probably going to be a throw to third base, and he might have to slide, and then that may be a recipe that Todd Helton, the mix he doesn't want to get into right now.
That's exactly right. It's about playing in as many games as you can and not, putting yourself in a position where you could possibly get hurt. So, decided to play that one halfway. Just didn't work out.
Just off the outside edge to Tulowitzki. Tulowitzki's knocked in 2 runs tonight. A double in the second and a sacrifice fly in the third. Got the tying and go-ahead runs on base here. And takes off the plate outside, 3-0.
Blanco's trying all he can to try to frame some of these pitches up for Marino, but umpires are not buying it.
Meredith getting loose, so one way or another, this might be Moreno's last hitter. We'll see. He brings it 3-1 to Tulowitzki. And he walks him to load the bases. Iannetta coming up. And indeed that will be all for Edwin Moreno. Pitching change brought to you by San Diego Harley-Davidson, where we are always country first. Here comes Clay Meredith coming into the game for San Diego. Or go to school in San Diego County. And in comes Clay Meredith.
3-0, and in this situation, you're going to throw that sinker, and this is what you're looking for. You're looking for a ground ball, possible double play ball, get you out of the inning. So the opponent's batting average of 394. Opponents swinging a bat pretty good, but this situation, you're looking for a ground ball. Comebacker, anywhere in the infield.
Meredith inherits bases loaded, 1 out, top of the 7th, 6-5 San Diego, and Chris Iannetta, the catcher, up for the Rockies. Runs inside for ball 1. And he began with a Helton double. Atkins walk. Hop fly to deep left. Tulowitzki walk. Now it's Meredith, the fourth San Diego pitcher. Towards third, foul.
Meredith took a lot off of that last pitch. Arnetta out in front.
Two balls and a strike. Bases loaded, one out. Another foul past third.
Not used to seeing a guy that delivers the ball from down under. Yeah, he'd love to get something elevated that he could hit in the air. But this arm angle is a little different. Don't see it very often from down there. So
Inetta hits it high in the air to deep left field. Headley back, and that is a grand slam. Fifth homer of the year for Chris Inetta. It's 9-6 Colorado.
Well, as I was saying, as a hitter, you want to get one of those balls elevated. See, that ball is up. And there wasn't much doubt from the time it left the bat.
Made the second deck up there in the left field section, and the fan got the glove up there.
Yep, got his glove, made a nice play.
Don't get many in that area of the ballpark. Second career grand slam for Chris Iannetta. Armas has singled and scored. The Padres were down by 4 at one point. Came back to claim the lead. Now down by 3 here in the top of the 7th. Chopped to third. Kuzminoff. Dug out by Adrian. 2 outs. Chris Iannetta, that grand slam, has 5 homers on the year to lead the Rockies. 10 RBIs, so he's made the most of his home runs.
Yeah.
And the Rush batting here for himself.
One of those nights. I mean, Tulowitzki had 5 RBIs coming in tonight. He got 2. Iannetta hits a grand slam.
Line to third and caught by Kuzminoff. He took a hit and possibly extra bases away from Rush, but the big hit comes from Iannetta. Fans go to Fan Diego. And the Fan Diego fans of the game. The third Rockies pitcher of the game is Matt Daly.
No record. 2 games, 2 innings, walk and a strikeout. Lyndon Rush came in there and pitched an inning. And now Daly comes in with a 3-run lead. Lyndon Rush is the pitcher of record for the Rockies. See if the Padres can't cut into this 9-6 lead by the Rockies.
Luis Rodriguez leading off, takes a strike. Luis singled in the third, and he walked leading off the 5th and scored. And the Padres got a 3-run homer from Hairston in the 5th to take the lead. But Ionetta's grand slam in the top of this inning has given the Rockies the lead back. One scoreless inning of relief for Lyndon Rush. That's lined down the right field side, but it goes foul. Matt Daly, a 26-year-old. He was originally signed by the Rockies as a non-drafted free agent out of Bucknell. He becomes the 23rd Bucknell alum to play in the major leagues. The most famous Bucknell alum, I would have to say, is Christy Mathewson.
Okay.
Two-two pitch. To left center field, Dexter Fowler, though, runs it down. Cody Garrett will pinch hit. Two-thirds of an inning from Meredith. As Garrett bats for Clay. A little low, 2 balls, no strikes on Garrett.
Tonight, all night, pitchers haven't missed by much. They've thrown pitches they think are strikes, but nipped off the outside corner. Pretty good pitch. That's normally been a ball that they weren't getting all night tonight.
Really gets it past Garrett, 2-2. Matt Daly made his major league debut on Saturday, the 25th of April, tossing a scoreless inning against the Dodgers. This is his 3rd big league appearance. And he strikes out Garrett.
Cheddar on the outside corner. You don't expect that ball to run away from you like that. Nice power fastball.
Daly made his 2nd big league appearance on Friday night for Colorado and retired all 3 batters he faced on 12 pitches. First one low to Eckstein. David reached on the fielder's choice and scored in the 3rd inning. Determined Eckstein flares one out into right, but caught by Barmas. Able to avoid Hop. Down in order go the Padres. In the 7, Colorado 9, San Diego 6. Top of the order coming up. Defense, Home Depot, more saving, more doing. In that last play, here's Eckstein. Flaring one into right, and a nice play by Barmas here.
Barmas got a great break on that ball, and right at the last second looked up to see where Hop was. And realized he had to make a play and was able to make it.
Luke Gregerson into the game for San Diego.
Gregerson 0-2 with a 5.40 ERA. Opponent's hitting 327.
Top of the order, and Fowler hits a liner right at Luis Rodriguez. One pitch, one out.
And that was Fowler's best swing of the night.
Ball one to Spilborghs. Singled and scored in the third and knocked in a run in the fourth with a sacrifice fly. On the low outside corner for a strike. Off the end of the bat foul.
Good little slider there by Gregerson.
Gregerson last pitched on Saturday. You can create your own Padres collectible using your favorite photos at the photo store on Padres.com. In 3 easy steps, you can make your very own Padres memory. Go to Padres.com today. Gregerson took the loss in Los Angeles on Saturday night. And Spilborghs 2 outs.
Some power slider. Spilborghs way out in front of that. Not recognizing. Here's a guy who's going to recognize it. You're going to have to throw him a strike. Very rarely this guy chases balls out of the zone. And so you're going to have to throw him something.
Well, he's been locked in not only tonight, but at least for the last week. He's Now on a 7-game hitting streak.
He just had good swings all night. Even the balls he's fouled off, he's had good swings at those, too.
Chops this out to the right side, and Adrian flips to Gregerson. That's a good inning for Luke Gregerson.
Of course, I had to jinx him. Put the whammy on him.
The pitcher for Colorado is the 14-year veteran Alan Embry.
You see his 0-1 record. Power pitcher. Fastball, breaking ball. Little change. Pretty much going to come right at you.
Giles leading off, takes low. He cheated Allen a year. This is his 15th season. Winning a couple with the Padres. 2006 with San Diego. And part of the 02 season. Lined right at the second baseman, Varmus. With Brian Giles' season in a nutshell right there.
He was right on that. Fastball in, he turned it around and happened to be right where Varmus was playing. Yeah. Beautiful swing.
Well, Scott Hairston has had the big offensive night for the Padres, knocking in 4 of the 6 runs, including the 3-run homer in the 5th that at the time put the Padres up 6-5. Chris Ionetta's grand slam in the 7th has Colorado up by 3. First pitch strike from Embry. He could still get it up there fairly good.
I was just getting ready to say, I mean, his velocity still looks good. It's still in the 90s, 91, 92 range. Started Hairston off with a pretty good little breaking ball.
Gets that down the line and right. That's going to drop fair. Bounces into foul territory. Hop grabs it. And not before Hairston is standing at second with a 1-out double. Just a triple shy of the cycle now.
Again, that wasn't that bad a pitch. He actually beat Hairston in, and he just fought it off down the right field line. And check out where this fastball is. It's in. Hairston gets beat, but drops it in the right field for a base hit, for a double. And now I need Adrian to get on base because I sure didn't mean to
put the
jinx on him.
He reached base with either a hit or walk in every game this season. Tonight, though, 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts, and he's flied to left.
That's a pretty good pitch right there.
Breaking ball makes it a 1-1 count. Came in on him, fouled off. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
It's kind of a hanger right there. After that last one, that one's up in the zone. That's the one you can square that one up. That one's going to go a long way.
Has to throw to first to complete the strikeout, and does so. And Adrian 0 for 4.
Just that bad breaking ball. Looked like he was trying to get out in front of that. Embry did a nice job throwing him that first pitch breaking ball for a strike, and then after that, they both were kind of out of the zone. Even the hanger.
Chase Headley with 2 outs. 1-1. Chase has grounded out to short twice and also flied to right. Bit low.
Headley's been pretty good runners in scoring position. 6 for 17. Padres like to knock this 3-run lead down a peg. Time's running out. We've got 4 outs left, so we're going to need to put some things together.
1-2 on Headley.
And Embry living with the breaking ball right here. He really hadn't thrown, after the base hit to Hairston, he hadn't thrown many fastballs after that.
Hairston doubled with 1 out. He's at second with 2 down. And the 1-2. Line left field. Spilborg's right there, though. Hit well by Chase, but he lines out. And the Padres waste the 1-out double by Hairston, but Strand only their second base runner of the game. Colorado 9 and San Diego 6th. And you could join us tonight. Mark Neely with Tony Gwynn. Mark Grant off tonight. Back for the next few nights. Here is the 6th San Diego pitcher of the game, left-hander Arturo Lopez.
Making his 3rd appearance. You see those numbers. And they kind of inflated, you know. He only pitched the 3rd of an inning. Giving up 3 hits, 2 walks. And here's an opportunity for him to knock that down a peg here. And you have to do it through a tough part of the lineup here. Atkins, Hop, and Tulowitzki.
One lefty, Hop due up 2nd in the inning. Lopez made his 2nd Major League appearance yesterday in Los Angeles, going a 3rd of an inning. 1 run, 2 hits. And a 7-3 loss to the Dodgers. LA, by the way, leading again tonight. They lead Arizona 6-2 in the bottom of the 6th. Ethier and Manny Ramirez have homered for LA. If LA hangs on, they will be 10-0 at home. Actually, they'll be 11-0 at home, pardon me. And 19-8 on the season. Strike call. Leadoff walk of the night to Garrett Atkins. Lopez pitching here at Petco Park for the first time. And his first 2 appearances coming on the road.
He's going to have to challenge the strike zone a little bit more. And you wonder, you know, sometimes these guys are in the bullpen, and you know, I'm sure they have some way of seeing what's a ball and what's a strike from the home plate umpire. And I'm sure that's what Blanco's going to come out here and talk to him about. Hey man, we got to get near the zone so we can at least
compete.
Hopefully, compete. Have a chance to get these guys out. The last batter, Atkins, his 2-0 pitch looked like a pretty good pitch, but he didn't get it. But other than that, he really wasn't close. And so you got to settle in, and you're going to have to throw strikes.
There's a strike call.
And there's the head nod by Henry Blanco. Okay.
Hop sends it in the air to right field. Giles coasting back. 1 out as Atkins holds it first. Well, Lopez gets the left-handed hitting Hop. And now we'll deal with Tulowitzki. Tulowitzki's knocked into a double in the 2nd and a sac fly in the 3rd. Since then he has fanned and walked. He's also scored twice. Lopez gets ahead with strike 1.
Not an overpowering fastball by Lopez, 88 miles an hour. I think before the year is done, I think you're going to hear from these guys in this National League West race.
The young Rockies?
Yeah, offensively, this is a pretty good ball club.
Double play ball to Eckstein. Rodriguez, Gonzalez. Second one turned by San Diego. This one goes 4-6-3. Last chance, though, coming for the Padres. Kuzmanov, Blanco, and Luis Rodriguez scheduled. Colorado leading. And the Rockies go to their closer, right-hander Houston Street.
Houston Street 0-1 with a 6.10 ERA, and obviously 2 saves. He's been brought over to be the closer and be that guy to close out games. Sinker slider, not as overpowering as he once was. The Rockies with a 3-run lead, facing the 6, 7, and 8 hitters for the Padres.
Ian Stewart takes over at third base as part of a double switch. Now the Rockies' closer situation kind of been bouncing back and forth between Street and Corpus. It is Houston Street right now that has a handle on the closer role for Clint Hurdle. And he's got the biggest cushion a closer can have and still have it a save situation of 3 runs as he'll face Kuzminov to lead off the bottom of the 9th.
Right at him. Fastball right down the middle.
Who's 0 for 3 with a couple of groundouts. Well, Street got the save against San Diego on Wednesday in Denver, striking out the side, fanning Kuzminov, Edgar Gonzalez, and Henry Blanco. He's facing 2 of those 3 here in the 9th tonight. And he's ahead of Kuzminov 0-2. Street had pitched in 4 straight games at that point when he came in on Wednesday the 29th. He has not pitched since then.
Well, right now for both of these teams, save opportunities have been few and far between. Offensively, both teams struggling a little bit, but tonight the Rockies able to put, really both teams, able to put some runs on the board tonight.
And the difference, one swing by Chris Iannetta in the 7th, the grand slam. 1-2 to Kuzminov. Sharply hit, but Ian Stewart just into the game from behind the bag makes the play, 1 out. You come in cold off the bench, 9th inning, first ball right at you.
That's the baseball guys. They find you.
Yeah.
You come into the game, you just can't seem to hide out there.
And Stewart up to the task and throwing out Kuzminov. Here's Henry Blanco. Henry walked and scored in the 3rd. He's also popped out and struck out. Padres fail to rally, it will be their 6th consecutive loss and their 12th in their last 14 games. Right call. Make sure you stay tuned for the post-game show immediately following the game here on Channel 4 San Diego with Steve Quiss and Bob Scanlon. Blanco hits it in the air down the right field line, and Hop will run out of room as that's into the crowd. Padres need a couple of base runners to have a chance. Down by 3 in the 9th. 2-2 from Street. 2 outs.
Power sinker right there.
Remember to tune in for tomorrow's pregame show, brought to you by the Honda dealers of San Diego County. Easy on gas and easy on the planet. Stop by one of our 9 dealerships today. 6:30 tomorrow night. Josh Gear will go for the Padres against Aaron Cook, who's been tough in his career against San Diego for Colorado. 0-1 to Luis Rodriguez. Luis singled, walked, and scored. 1 for 2. Out to right center field. Brad Hopp and Fowler, and it's Dexter Fowler who puts it away, and the Rockies take game 1 of the series, winning it tonight 9-6.
Houston Streaks shutting the door in the ninth. The Rockies 11 hits,